This is prison letter number 80 that I have received from T-Bone, who is serving 13 years right now. They said he took $20 off a countertop in his shop. I say he got set up for being a big black guy, almost 6.5 foot, former Marine, trained to kill, and they just wanted to bury this guy alive. So here we go then. How's he doing right now in the Arizona prison system? Peace, my brother. How are you, bro? Man, things are what they usually are here. People doing dope and walking around looking lost because of the darkness that's in their hearts. And those jokers who went around pushing that crap are down to 2 guys now. So if you heard T-Bone's letter 79, all of T-Bone's letters, there's a link in the description box below this video to the T-Bone playlist. You can listen to all of T-Bone's previous letters and videos. There's actually, if you go way back, when T-Bone was out briefly, there's actually some phone calls I had with T-Bone. You can actually listen to me and T-Bone speaking on the phone. So in the last letter, he's talking about this drug gang that he's got a beef with. They're pushing the product, they're giving T-Bone shit. T-Bone's not in the mix with the drugs, so he's considered lame. And because he's standing up for people, they're telling him to start acting like a cop, stop trying to police the yard. So these are the jokers that he's talking about, but there's only 2 of them now. I don't like talking about certain things when things are still active, as you know. So the DOC, Department of Corrections in Arizona, they're hip to T-Bone sending these letters out. They open his mail, incoming and outgoing, and certain things he can't say. Obviously nobody's real names are mentioned here. He's not snitching, he's not getting anyone in trouble, but he's got to be cautious about what he puts down on paper. I don't like talking about certain things, but people are taking from one another and it's become the norm to do so. One can't just but become sickened by the empty mess of those who are trapped in the darkness of addiction. I had to step to a guy who tried to take from an old man, and that arsehole started yelling for his boys to come help him. I said to them that it's all about right and wrong. God touched their hearts and they walked away. T-Bone is deeply spiritual. When he was out, I was trying to get his life story down as a book because I hope that would give him credibility to do talks in schools and churches, which is what he really wants to do. But like I said, I was in a race against time. I knew the cops were coming after him. They just wanted to get him off the streets and bury him alive because he's got criminal history and because he's a big black guy. From what I saw, black lives hardly mattered at all in the US justice system. A guy by the name, this is a name that T-Bone's made up for him, he can't use real names, King Rich, after Richard the Lionheart. T-Bone, when he first came to my cell door, completely blocking the sunlight out because he's so big, the first conversation we had, he started asking me about the history of England. He's fascinated by the history of England, Roman history and military history. Came to me and said, I've got your back, T-Bone, and we went at it. We told each one of the small-minded bullies to back off. They didn't like it and tried to plant some weapons in our bunks. But the cops came late, and besides, they are more professional than to believe we would put weapons in our bunks. I saw it. When the cops do their regular shakedowns, they come in, they search your whole cell, they bring in metal detectors, they have you sit in a chair. If you've got metal in your arse, it's going to beep. And sometimes people play a trick whereby if they don't like you, they'll put syringes or drugs or a shank in your bunk just before a shakedown. And when the guards come, you could get charged, street charged it's called, whereby they will add more time onto your sentence, or you're at least probably going to go to prison within a prison called a hole, lockdown, and you're going to lose all your privileges. So it really messes up where you're at in prison because you don't want to get moved around and you don't want to lose your privileges. You don't want to lose your rights to shop at the store. And getting moved from prison to prison, having a new cell, new cellmate, all that stuff, readapting, and if you come in the cell last, the person who's in the cell already kind of owns it psychologically, and it's a real hassle getting moved around prisons, let's put it that way. That's why as a punishment they move you around a prison. We caught with the kid who put the weapons there and he told us who put him up to it. So as you know, Shaun, this had to be handled a lot of young people come into prison and people say, look, you got to do this for me or do that for me. That guy, he doesn't like you or he's going to attack you. You got to attack him first. This is how the older prisoners manipulate the younger prisoners. They get them to do their dirty work, so when they get caught, they don't take the fall. It's got to be handled. We can't let it go by. Yes, it's the same assholes who thought they were going to push their dope and poison everywhere here. I thought they were going to jump me before, but they walked on by. It appears they had other ideas. So please pray for me, my brother, that the peace of Christ enters everyone's heart. Yes, mine too, because right now I really want to kick the crap out of them. Man, I can't say thank you for all enough that you and all the people out there online are doing for me. There's actually a donation page for T-Bone, and big shout out to Raj and a lot of the other people who put some money down there for T-Bone. The link for T-Bone's donation page is in the description box below this video on YouTube if you do want to contribute to T-Bone so he can buy extra stuff from the store, and also to support his family. They have not got much money. So kind of people last year. T-Bone's 20-something-year-old daughter died. Something to do with pneumonia. She just died suddenly, and people kicked in and contributed towards the funeral costs. So big thank you to all the people who have been donating to T-Bone. Let's see. I'll write to you and let you know what's up. Please send me some money this month because there are things I need. I'm going to try and save some from that period on. Thank you, my brother, and God bless. There is a serious issue here with the white power movement. I mean serious. There are guys here who are spreading hate as I speak and who are pushing dope on a huge scale. Going against the dope in prison is probably a losing battle because it's just flooded everywhere, and it's not gonna, T-Bone's gonna get in a lot of fights going against that. I can guarantee that much. Please pray, my brother, because things are going to get rough. Everyone should be aware of this dangerous issue. These people want to destroy whole nations, not just a few people. It's everywhere, Shaun, and it's deep rooted in here. I saw one skinhead, actually, he had a tattoo of Hitler on his chest, Sieg Heiling, over a gas chamber with Jewish people dying inside of the gas chamber. These things, these prison gangs, they start in prison and they spread into society. And the way American prisons are so brutal, that brutality then spills back into society. The whole way America manages its prisons needs to be overhauled and looked at, because it's madness to be throwing mostly young people and people who are addicted to drugs for low-level possession. The amount of arrests for low-level possession of drugs, that's the majority of the prison population. The petty offences filling these private prisons, it's really sickening. So from T-Bone, I love you, bro. Peace and blessings to you. Each one, teach one, strength and honour, steel embrace. Yours, T-Bone. So in the description box below this video are links to all of T-Bone's stuff, including his page on Facebook, T-Bone Appreciation Society, donation page, and the other stuff that I'm doing on YouTube, true crime, podcast, prison question, playlist, stuff like that, and all my socials. So we really appreciate your love and support. Cheers from London. Take care out there.